guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you the story of how I signed with my second team in Thailand, Nara United, and what it was like living in one of the most dangerous parts of Thailand. Maybe you're thinking, Thailand dangerous? You're thinking Thailand, beautiful beaches, great food, the land of smiles, but I tell you now, not all of Thailand is like that. To put it into perspective, one time our team went to the hospital to visit our physio's neighbour, who nearly got blown up by Islamic extremists. But I'll tell you more about that later. Before I joined Nara United, I have to tell you about the team I was previously at, Chumpon FC. I made a video about Chumpon FC and you can check it out if you haven't, it's in the description box below. Chumpon is located 6 hours south of Bangkok. It's a beautiful small city, not many tourists, great food, and I had a lot of fun there. Chumpon FC were in the 3rd division, and the 3rd division at the time in Thailand was broken up into regions. So we were playing in the southern region and we were versing teams from all over southern Thailand. I was playing at Chumpon FC for 5 months and we were doing really well. We were in first place, we were heading towards promotion, and then I got injured. So I flew home to Australia to get treatment, and the club, after a few weeks, they thought I had a serious injury, so they wanted to replace me for the second half of the season. They talked to my agent and said, okay, we want to bring in this Korean player, we'll pay David 4 more months salary up front. So I said, okay, let's do it, give me the money and we'll go find another team. So I flew back to Bangkok after I recovered, and then they gave me the money. 4 months, was happy, and my agent said she was looking for new teams. So I was thinking to myself, I should be proactive as well and search for teams myself. So one team that I wanted to play for was Nara United, who were in 2nd place in our region at the time. So I went online to find some contact details, try and make contact with this club. I went on Facebook and I found the Nara United fan page group. And I said, what the hell, I'm gonna send them a message and see what happens. I'll tell you later exactly what I wrote to get them to sign me. But the reason why I wanted to play at Narathiwat was because with Chumpon FC, we had already played against Narathiwat, and when we went down there, the atmosphere was insane. It was unreal. Let me explain. So normally when we go to another team to play football, we get in a big bus and we go down as a team. The day before we drive down, we sleep in the hotel, and then we go to the game with the big bus. And the day before we played Nara United, we were going in the big bus, and instead of stopping in Narathiwat to sleep overnight, we stopped halfway in a different city. I didn't think much of it until the next morning. So the next morning comes around, it's game day, and instead of getting on the big bus, there were 3 small little vans. And I was thinking, why the hell are we catching small little vans? Why are we going in a big bus? So I asked my teammates, and they said, oh, David, more safe, not dangerous. And I was thinking, what? So I did a quick Google search, and if you don't know, this region, southern region of Thailand, the deep south, is having heaps of problems with Islamic extremists. I think in the last 15 years there's been close to 7,000 people killed and many more injured. So these small vehicles are much more safer because they're small, they're quick, you can get in, get out of the city. And we were driving to Narathiwat, and along the way on the highway there was these army checkpoints. They stop your car, they get the metal detector and see if you've got any explosive under your car. I was like, what the f*** is going on? So we get closer to the city, and before we enter the city we have to go through another army checkpoint. They got, the sandbags, like in a square. The army's got their rifles, so it was pretty intense. So when we reach the stadium, there's even more army personnel. And the reason why is because 5,000 to 10,000 people come to the game. There's not much to do in Narathiwat, so the fan club is amazing. There's not much to do, and the army have to keep the public safe. So they're surrounding the whole stadium. There's so many on the field, around the field. They've got their rifles. It's like a war zone. So we're playing this game, there's maybe 7,000 people watching, and I can tell some of my teammates are, nervous, very nervous to play. And I remember tackling this one guy quite strong, and the crowd didn't like it. And for some reason, I looked over to the crowd, and there was one guy that I locked eyes with, and he made this. He goes, "Ah!" And I was like, what the f***? And I'm just smiling. I couldn't believe it, but the atmosphere was unreal. You felt like a real footballer with a big crowd. So we lost the game, I think it was 1-0, and straight after the game, the manager said, get in the change room. We all just rushed to the change room because sometimes the fans, they will come onto the field. We go into the change room, people are saying we have to go now. We still got our jerseys on, we're sweating. We pick up our bags, we get into the van, there's a police escort, and we're out. We go. Don't even get changed. So later I was talking to the keeper, and he was saying, yeah, we had to get out of there quick because last year, when he was playing there, they were coming off the field and one person from the crowd got a bottle and chucked it, and it hit his head and split it open. So he was glad to get out of there as soon as possible. So after this experience of playing for such an awesome crowd in such an awesome atmosphere, I said I want to play there. So this is the message that I wrote to the Nara United fan page. I said to them, I'm not happy at Chumpon FC, they're not very professional. I want to help your team move to Division 1. Are you interested in signing me? Please let me know if your coach is interested. And then surprisingly, a few hours later, I got a response, and they said, we know who you are, we watched you play, we like your style, I'll talk to the big boss. After the next couple of days, the big boss, he called up my agent and said, yeah, we want to sign him. So they flew me down, I signed the contract, and I played there for the rest of the season. Okay, so next time I'll tell you more of what it was like living and playing in Narathiwat. I'll show you what I ate, where I lived, and all of that good stuff. So guys, until next time, thanks for watching, and ciao!